What's up, guys? Spin Firearms here, and today we're going to talk about a topic that I always get questions on. As you know, every handgun, even the one that I'm carrying right now, has aftermarket sights on it. That is if it's a Glock. That is if it has an optic on it. It's another Glock. I literally swap out the sights in every handgun that I get. Now, there are a couple that I haven't, like on my Bersa BP9cc and stuff like that. But even on stuff like my Walther PPS M2, I have aftermarket sights on there. I think it's very important to use tritium night sights, not just for fun while shooting in the woods, but I just think it's a good tool to have. You can spend 60, 70, $60 to $100 and get yourself a good pair of sights. They're going to last you basically forever, 10 years, 15 years, whatever the tritium is rated to last. So that's that. They always ask me, who does your sights? Now, nothing I say here is a diss. A lot of people pay the gunsmith to do it. I'm all for it. Supporting local firearm businesses is huge in my mind, and I do that often, which you're going to see in a couple of videos here soon. Support local business, 100% fine. They take it into gun shops, 100% fine with that. Support other 2A people if you don't want to do it. But for me, I do them all myself. And in the last at least probably 3 years, I've probably done over 200 different sights. And that's me swapping out different sights on the same handgun, putting new sights on when they come, taking sights off, whatever the case may be. And I'm going to show you the tool I've been using, but I'm actually going to be moving on and trying a new, simpler tool out. But like I said, nothing is a diss in this video. The tool actually worked really well. But before we get started, hit the like button, drop a comment down below, and subscribe. We're going to show that these firearms are clear. And if you're wondering, that's a Glock 39. Yes, it's a unicorn. And then this right here is sort of a unicorn as well. Glock 26L, which is basically a Glock 26 frame, a Glock 19 barrel, and a Glock 26 guide rod. And then all the other parts are compatible. So it's a Glock 19 that you can shrink down and use flush mags with, and so on. And I have videos up on this handgun on my channel. Now, what do I use is what they always ask me. And before you get started, hit the like button, drop a comment down below, and subscribe. They always say, what do I use? Well, I have this cheap tool right here, which is your front sight tool. And that's why the Glock 26L comes with that hole there. So you can still access even with the dust cover. It's like a Glock 48. See how you can still access your front sight to get it Loctited and all that stuff. This is a leverage tool at this point. This is one of the pieces that came off of it, because I really use this thing. When I say I do my own sights, I get them dang near perfect. The thing about going to a gunsmith and someone who does it for a living, they are perfect every single time. Now, I haven't had an issue with getting it on, but sometimes I know it can be a bit difficult. I've struggled a lot. I've had to bang sights off of handguns. I've had to destroy Glock sights that were on there. I've been through a lot, but this pusher has always been actually pretty solid. But as you can see, there's a lot of use on this thing. But it did its job. It's just to the point where it's no longer functioning the way it should. It'll still work, but I literally have to clamp this with channel locks, as you can see from all the wear and tear. I have to clamp and clamp, use a C-clamp, and then use this, because this thing just bends and breaks. And I even used an Allen wrench, a really strong Craftsman Allen wrench, and it sort of works for a while until it gets to that tight spot. And then I have a couple issues, but no, I'm not dissing this. This has been a great sight tool. If I can get $200 out of every sight tool, or 200 sights out of every sight tool, paid for, well worth it. So this is actually a really decent pusher. But with the way my hands are getting, the way things are going, with that tool, I decided to try some XS tools. But the reason why actually is because I actually enjoy their sights, right? My Glock 29, ever since I got it, even before this backplate was on there, maybe even before the grips, I had XS big dot sights. Blacked out rear, but it is textured. I really like textured blackout rears. Orange. This one right here is the same exact sight picture, just with 3-dot tritium. And that's on my 26L. Go look up videos from a year and a half, 2 years ago. I don't even think I've been on here 2 years, but a year and a half ago, you'll see these sights on here. So this is what I've been running. And it's actually interesting. I brought to go shooting with someone before, someone who's older than me, and I brought a Glock 26, a 27, a 39, a 29, and a 30. And out of all of them, he actually enjoyed shooting this the most, but he said it wasn't for the recoil or, the round itself, is because of the sights. That front sight is so big that if you have astigmatism, if you wear glasses, have vision issues, or let's just be real, we're all going to have vision issues as we get older, that big front dot really sticks out. And they really give you a nice space for it to where you can still be very accurate, as you can see. And these are just more traditional 3 dots. You know, these may be a little cheaper, but these you also get the 2 dots, which are better when it is a really dark situation. That blacked out rear might not do much for you, but I like blacked out rears. But then I found out they make a tool, a sight pushing tool, and it actually looks very, very simple. You saw the other one I have. It is simple once you get to use it, but the thing just, over time with use, it gave out. I'm sure all tools do that. I know for a fact all tools will give out. But this just looks so simple. I mean, it really is. You just pull this back, and I'm guessing this tool probably fits in here as your leverage piece, which I'm guessing it does. It feels real, honestly, a really well-made tool. Like, it's really stiff. And this front end, I'm not 100% sure. Don't quote me on it yet. That looks like a magnet in there. This very well could be the front sight tool for a Glock. Yep, right through that. Obviously, there's a barrel in there. No guide rod because it is the 26L. But as you can see, that's going to reach that tool. So that's very smart of them, the fact that they give you a Glock tool as your leverage piece. And they made this thing about as tough as it can get. So that's absolutely solid. But anyways, it looks like what you're basically going to do is pull this back. And real simple. Put your slide in here. And then you push your sights off. Real simple. I have not used this yet. They do send you oil to throw inside of these threads right there. And they send thread locker. Very nice. So basically a little bit of Loctite, which is nice. Always Loctite your sights if you really like those sights. Obviously made in Texas, so that's a place you always want to support. I don't care. Texas is our California. Support Texas. I don't care what it is. But yeah, this thing is just simple. This thing moves back and forth, obviously. You have all your hash marks, so you can measure everything out, which you saw that on my Vism one as well. It's really nice for measuring center. It makes lining up sights so easy. It's really nice. And this thing is actually really well made. I mean, it's cold as can be right now because of where I live. But this thing is really well made and simple. So I'm actually really excited to use this. I'll keep you guys updated on a video. Maybe I'll do a video where I'm putting some sights on, that whole sort of thing. But honestly, it looks like it's such a simple design that not much could go wrong other than this rod right here. That's about it. So I'm sure if anything ever went wrong with them, you could probably call XS and be like, come on, let's be real here. Love the product, just having some issues with that. I'm not saying it's going to have issues. I'm just saying that's about the only thing that looks like it could go wrong. Other than that, it's a very simple design, and I'm all about simplicity. And I really like that they give you the Glock front tool. Like, that's, I know it costs $5 or $10 on Amazon, but it's quality. I mean, it really is quality, and it's even got some texturing to help you with that leverage. Now, what else I decided to get were some sights for my pistols. And we're going to go over them because these are ones that I've never used before, never had, but I just wanted to expose them to you, or at least one of them is one that I've never used before. Let me get one of my handguns up real quick that I'm going to show you. People always talk about this handgun. It's unloaded. They always talk about the 29 being awesome, a great shooter, great bear defense. And this is my bear defense pistol, right? This is my woods. I'm in the woods by myself. I'm all alone. I throw in a 15-round mag, hard cast, 200 grain, and I'm good to go from there. But they always talk down on that sight. You notice the Ghost Ring night sight, which is nothing wrong with it. It just isn't the most ideal sight, I'll be honest. It's very easy to be a little off, as you can see, just a little off because that hole is so wide. It makes it very hard on the average eyes to locate dead center, up, down, right, left. So I am going with the ones that I've already had before and that I really like. And that's just going to be these, which is what's on my 26L. And I actually really like these sights. That's why I went with it. I was going to try a new one. But I did decide as well to try out a new one. And what I like about this is probably going on a 26. Let's be honest here. It's probably going to go on my Carry 26. One of my Carry 26s. But not sure what they send. Is that the Glock tool? If this is a Glock tool, this is crazy. I've never been sent a Glock tool with an actual, and then what's this? Probably thread lock again. Might be. I mean, they give you everything. Now, XS, sight-wise, they are the middleman, right? And we're talking only good sights. So you have like Ameriglow and TrueGlow around 60 to 80. XS, I think they go probably 70 to all the way up to 120, 130. Then you got your Trijicons and so on. But XS really does have some solid sight pictures that are very interesting. This is one that's very popular. A lot of people like it, and that's why I went with it. As you can see, it's just that hash. It's very similar to my Ameriglow iDot sights, which are these. but obviously it may be a little harder to line up because of dot size. But I really do like Ameriglo eye dots. But right here you can see, very easy to line up. And you literally just set it, just like they have it on there. Set that sight there, easy. That's sick. And look how big that dot is. Look at that. That is massive. And of course that tritium probably going to illuminate that whole entire orange dot just like it does on those two handguns. So look at how big that dot is. That's great. Let's compare it real quick. Look at that. Much bigger, much easier for your eyes to locate, and so on. So those are another kind of sights. And these, if you are wondering, sorry, I'm not the best at remembering to say names of stuff, but I forgot the name of these. Where are they? Oh, the DX-T2. It's simple. DX-T2. They have a lot of great sights. It honestly was not the easiest thing to pick out because they have so many different sight pictures and you just never know how you're going to like something. But I did go with sights that I thought I'd like based off other sights I've used in the past. But these just having a little bit more improved design, a little better brightness, and so on. So I will keep you guys updated on the sight picture, or on the sight pusher. I'm literally about to use it right now. Swap out these sights and get this thing looking real nice. And we'll probably throw this on a Glock 27 or a Glock, 26. All depends. I gotta go look at my stuff. But these sights look pretty on point. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching.